Alright, so I want to highlight the lab that you and your group need to still come up with a procedure to find. At this point, if you have not read Chapter 6 and figured out what potential energy is, kinetic energy is, the work energy theorem is, and don't have an idea of what they're measured in, how to measure them, you need to pause this video and take the next 10 minutes with your group to make sure you all understand what PEKE and the work energy theorems say. Even if one person in your group has not read this, they are going to be completely lost for the rest of the procedure if you all aren't on the same page. So I suggest pausing this video, talking with your group, make sure you understand all of this before you continue listening to what I'm about to say. Alright, now that you've done that, let me go and highlight what we have. So, potential energy was given in the book by MGH. Kinetic energy was given in the book by 1/2 mv squared. And we're left with this idea of work equals the change of energy, the work energy theorem. Potential energy is stored energy. Kinetic energy is energy of motion. And whatever energy is lost or removed from the system, I say lost, but not lost, removed from the system, is converted into work. So your goal is to set up this system in which you come up with a set of rules or rule. Again, that is an equation that describes a prediction. The prediction is this. If I tell you that you're going to take this ball of some unknown mass and you're going to drop it from a certain height, that you are going to accurately predict this distance that the ball is going to slide. In order to do that, you need to come up with data about the system, starting here, as the handout says at point B, and going all the way down to really what they call point C in the picture. Here's B, where all of this energy comes here, and then you have this section here about this is where the work is done. Now, what is work? Well, that's the question. What did it say in the chapter? What work is? And then from that, what do you need to know to, in the end, predict that distance? So what you need to do right now is come up with a procedure with your group on what it is your guiding question is. That's the guiding question that's in the packet. That shouldn't change. But then how are you going to measure it? What variables are you going to be changing? What variables are you keeping the same? And then before I sign off, you need to make sure that you have a how. How are you going to use this data to analyze and tell me predict this D? So what are you going to do with it to actually get to your ending prediction rule? That's what I need to hear from each one of your groups before I sign off on that bottom page, before you can actually start taking data. So until then, no data.